Hey guys, this is RuRoniK95 here, and once again, it is time for a manga update video. Yes, sir. Today, before we dive into the manga here, because I want to do something new, these are the ones, like, that came with bookmarks for free in every volumes of the manga. Today we're going to be taking a look at here are these Japanese manga books with bookmarks. Because I picked like 3 titles right here. So that's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Japanese manga books, 3 titles. They all come with like 4 of these from every publishing companies, from Shogakukan Comics and also Shonen Sunday Comics and under Shogakukan and Jump Comics. It was, because the ones that are printed in Japanese, those are the ones, that's why. So I think it's under Shogakukan as well. Yeah. These are the ones that are published under these companies as well. Because I had to bring this up as well, in case you're wondering, as from what I understand as well. So, we're going to be doing a new video like this one as well. But before we do this as well, I would like to know is that this is going to be a brand new manga update video. Yes, sir. Because, well, why not? Manga update is something you wanted to do because I have a lot of them just in case I'm all out of manga as well, but there's always a manga haul video, especially when I buy a lot of manga as well. So that'll be as in the case as well, but we'll get to that at the end as well. The first one here I got, so let's do this. Let's begin. The first one here I got is Fist of the North Star, Volume 3. This is in Japanese, though. Yeah, it's sealed. Yeah, because I got this for like $6 at a local anime specialty store. This is, in my opinion, though... sorry, I was a little tired. In my opinion, this is actually my first Fist of the North Star manga book that I've ever bought as well, because... yeah, because you no wonder why this is published under Jump Comics on here. Well, yeah, that's how they put on there in the tagline as well. Yeah, because this is printed in Japanese, though, from what I understand as well. And there is something interesting about this, too, as well. No wonder why I had to buy this one as well, because... well, you get the picture, though, because I wanted to buy something like this one particularly as well as there, because every page is on there, on every one of them. Here's that little bookmark thing you noticed on the top there as well. I'm going to set this on the floor here. The next one here I got is Fist of the North Star, Volume 5 in Japanese. This is the manga book I have here as well. This is another volume I had to get as well. This was $6 when I got this recently as well. And to be honest though, because this is the first time I want to buy this as well, because this has a little bookmark thing right there on the top. Can't you not believe that? It's pretty cool, huh? Well, that's how it's in the case, as how you want to know. The original price on the back here... I think this costed around, like, originally price was, like, 360 yen on there. Well, because it's the Japanese price on there as well. Because this is another volume of Fist of the North Star manga I bought as well. One of these days I will get more of those eventually at one point. So I think this basically completes the entire set as well. I was originally going to get one of those Viz signature editions that are all translated in English in those hardcover books that Viz Media has finally put out. But when I saw these, I was like, you know what? I might as well pick those ones in Japanese instead, because I think that's a better way to upgrade your manga collection as well. Because no manga collection wouldn't be without this one as well. Because it has a little bookmark on here as well. And I love the illustration on the cover as well. Because you can't go wrong with good old classic titles as well. And the next one here I got is Ranma 1/2 Volume 12. This is my first Ranma 1/2 manga book in Japanese I have ever bought so far as well. For any of those who have ever bought manga books in Japanese as well, you might want to know as well. Most of these on here come with the bookmarks on here. Because it says under Shonen, was it Shogakukan Comics or Shonen Sunday? Not sure. Yeah, it has a little bookmark thing right there. Take notice on that. Same with these, those Jump comics in Japanese bookmarks. Have how they put it all in between. That holds up to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That holds up to like 8 pages. Whenever you're reading a manga in Japanese as well. Yeah, because that's a good way to figure it out as well. And not only that, this one here, it's only in Japanese as well, because I had to get this as well. Yeah, especially of how this has not only that, this has a little advert for other manga titles in Japanese on here. Which I didn't know it has it as well. Like if you want, because sometimes I use like probably the photo translator app on there, so I can take pictures of it and like translate them as well. So I think that's a proper way to do that, especially if you can translate it as well, even though it's in Japanese as well. Especially if you ever see those at Book Off and as well as Kinokuniya Bookstore and many other ones. There's a little advert on there as well. Okay, again, this one it's only in Japanese as well. Didn't notice as well. So that's the as well. Because I was going to showing you as a perfect example of how this manga is in Japanese instead of English as well. And yeah, I got this around during the pandemic as well, a while back, which I remembered as well. Yeah, before we dive into this, in my opinion, yeah, because I think I got this during the pandemic as well, back in September, I believe. And the next one here I got is Ranma 1/2 Volume 13. Another volume in Japanese as well. This is printed under Shonen Sunday Comics. Yeah, that's how they put in there. Much like different than any other mangas out there. Because I know this is sealed as well. Because I have to buy every manga in Japanese as well. Because this is something that I guarantee of what I collect that is the more cheapest way the most I like. Because I buy these at like local anime specialty stores. Sorry, I was a little tired because I buy these at local anime specialty stores as well. I didn't know they have those kind of books as well. From the thing is that you want to know for this one particularly as well of how I'm buying these ones as well. Yeah, those ones on here, because I never knew this is sealed on here, and that's the images they use for the English translated ones that Viz Media had a lot to do for as well. But I like these books in Japanese translated as well. I might as well do a video on manga books recommended for Japanese readers if you ever learn Japanese particularly as well. Yeah, particularly of how I'll tell you more about the Japanese translation and the other translations of the original manga books at the end of the video in just a moment, guys. So anyways, this was only $6. I had to buy this as well because this has got me into a thinking is that I wanted to collect something that'll help you build your manga collection of how it's expanding. Sorry about that. I was a little tired, guys, because I had to do this video because I haven't thought of doing one like that in quite a while as well. Yeah, this is the first one I got is this one particularly. Well, if I get all of these in Japanese, I complete all of those as well, because Rama 1/2 manga has only like 38 volumes in Japanese. Yeah, the ones that are translated in Japanese only lasted about 38 volumes. However, for the English translated manga books of Rama 1/2 that are translated in English by Viz Media only has like 36 volumes as well. But if I read all of those on there, so like especially if you're reading page by page of how the story goes or how it progresses, especially if you want to do it in retrospective kind of certain way these days as well. Unless if you have a journal and you want to write down of the synopsis or of how it's happening in Rama 1/2 as well. Especially if you're learning in Japanese, you can do that. But if you're reading it in English, if you're an English-speaking manga collector who owns every manga books in Japanese, you might as well grab your notebooks and take some notes and the synopsis and the story of how it's happening in Rama 1/2 manga. Especially if you want to do like a manga review as well, particularly. Because, well, you guessed it, because that'll basically take the cake as opposed to reviewing a manga after you read a manga that is in English, particularly. But you might need a note, if it might read this in Japanese, you might you can get your notebooks and you might take some notes down and see how the story is about in the Rama 1/2 manga particularly as well. Because, Rama 1/2 is basically one of my favorite manga series from Rumiko Takahashi, who is the creator of Yurusei Yatsura, Meizanikoku, Inuyasha, many of her famous works she's been known for. But Rama 1/2 is my second favorite. Well, Meizanikoku is the third favorite. Inuyasha is the fourth favorite as well. Because I'm a fan of Rumiko Takahashi's famous work as well. Well, one thing about reading manga books in Japanese, if you have them all and they're collected, you might after you read them in Japanese, you might as well get your notebooks out and then you have especially if you have a journal and you have a pen, you might as well write down of how it's about, or if you write it down in your documents and type it down on your tablet or your computer, you might as well want to understand of how it's happening in the manga, especially for the ones that are translated in Japanese, for example, of how I'm doing this particularly, of how you would expect of this. If you ever been doing these types of how you're reading manga in Japanese, you might as well take some notes about it and how you want to get into the whole depths as well of how you want to go into the whole thing as well. Speaking of which, the last one here I got under Shonen Sunday Comics. Well, it's basically another one that I wanted to get that I haven't thought of until now, and this comes with a bookmark on there, but it's in Japanese though, and that is Volume 7 of Yurusei Yatsura. Yes, this is the classic one. This is my favorite from out of all of Rumiko Takahashi's famous works as well. Yeah, in my opinion, Yurusei Yatsura is basically my favorite manga from Rumiko Takahashi on there. But we all know the new Yurusei Yatsura is coming out as well. Although there is an anime, Yurusei Yatsura TV series, the one that was originally premiered on October 14th, 1981, which I think around the same time as D'Artagnan and the Three Musket Hounds, and Ulysses 31, and Dr. Slump, and Miss Machiko, and Beast King Go Lion, also, and Hello Spank, which is another anime from TMS Entertainment, if I'm not mistaken, though. This is my first Yurusei Yatsura manga book that I've ever bought as well. And come to think of it, this has a little bookmark on here as well. And this has got me thinking, even though this only has like 34 volumes of the Yurusei Yatsura manga, it looks like I'm down to like 30, probably 33 manga books as well. It looks like even though I have Yurusei Yatsura manga that I have in the other box, which I'll be doing my manga haul, my otaku haul, once Christmas time comes around the corner only. Like, especially around Christmas, before Christmas Eve, or so, I guess. So, yeah. Basically, Yurusei Yatsura Volume 7. This is actually my first Yurusei Yatsura manga by far as well. Even though Viz Signature has finally putting out all 13 volumes of the Yurusei Yatsura manga, from what I got their word about. But when I saw these in Japanese, I was like, you know what, I might as well pick up these ones in Japanese instead, because that is a perfect way to get all of these as well, as opposed to buying those translated in English as well, accordingly, from what I understand, basically, as well. Yeah, this is the first Yurusei Yatsura manga I have ever bought as well. Yeah, because no wonder why it says number 7 on here, because I think this is the 7th volume of the Yurusei Yatsura manga I have bought recently as well, of how I'm learning about this accordingly as well. Yeah, because I think that this has a little bookmark thing right there as well. Yeah, this is in Japanese, though. If I read all 34 volumes of this, I might as well write down the synopsis and down on a notebook or on documents on my tablet or on a computer, and I'll explain about what's happening in the Yurusei Yatsura manga, which have any differences between the original manga and the anime TV series in general, accordingly. Same with Rama 1/2 also as well. Yeah, because this is the first time I want to get this one as well. Now you have it, though. I got all 3 titles that are all have these Japanese bookmark ones, especially ranging from Shonen Sunday Comics and Jump Comics also. Accordingly, though, we all know the Fist of the North Star is translated in Japanese. It's under Jump Comics, because it's known for putting out the Dragon Ball manga volumes in Japanese on there as well. Yeah. Because there's only like 3 titles on here that in Japanese that come with bookmarks. Yep. Especially that hold your pages of where you left off on what you're reading as well. Because I had to buy all of these as well. Because I think, though, that this is the perfect way of how you're doing this as well. Well, reading manga in Japanese is more different from... It doesn't matter if you're reading a manga that is translated either in English, Japanese, Italian, or Spanish. Well, you get the picture, though. It's the same thing, but it's different, though, of how I understand, basically, as from the looks of it and how the point of view is. That's how I understand, basically. Yeah, I've seen manga books that are translated in Taiwanese, that are, especially the ones that are published under Tongli Comics, though. Yeah, these are the ones, like, you never saw those before, like, probably at a maybe book sale at your library or those library book sale area where you can buy paperbacks for 50 cents or 25 cents, or some other libraries that have like $1 each for those, but you don't know what it is, or if you have read it but you just don't recognize the title of its name, or if you have read it and you recognize it, that is a good proper way if you're going to research them as well. Well, that's different as well. But the ones I got are in Japanese. Those are the ones that are published under tankobon volumes, particularly, as how, from the looks of how the entire time like this as well. When it comes to doing this type of video of how I'm showcasing these manga books that come with those Japanese bookmarks in between in the 8 pages. Like, I'm going to show you like these ones on here, because I had to pick 3 of these titles on here because I had to do this that I got. There's like probably like, I believe 5 manga books, 3 titles that came with these bookmarks. I know some of them may have come with bookmarks and some never come with bookmarks, but that's just how it is as well. But you get the point though as well, because I understand basically why as well. Although I have been a manga collector as well, because reading manga and collecting manga is my hobby and what I'm passionate about, especially if you have wanted to know as well. Well, I have been collecting manga for the first time, basically. Every time I buy a lot of anime and manga, that helps you grow my anime collection, and same with my manga collection in general, particularly, because I collect both anime and manga in general, particularly, of some sorts as well, especially if you have been collecting manga as well, from the looks as well. Even though I have been doing my otaku haul video in the past couple months ago, I guess, this has gotten to the point though that I finally get to do it. This time it only has like these, where I have like a handful of some manga and some video games. Well, technically I only have 1 video game I have, but I will get more video games under PlayStation 4, even though I have a PlayStation 4 particularly as well. But that'll be for the most part in the future video as well. So for one thing about manga collecting, this has gotten to this as well. You ever been reading it? If you read it in English, then you'll be cool with doing a manga review and see something what's going on. But same with if you're reading it in Japanese, you might as well get your notebooks and you write down some on the story of what is going on in the manga as well. Especially if like you want to do like a manga review, especially if you're reading a manga either in English or in its original Japanese translated, you know, the ones that are printed in Japan basically, for the example part as well, from what I understand, basically, for the most part, particularly as well, as from what I guess as well. Well, so that's going to be it for my manga update for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's a mistake for this one, basically. Because I have picked 3 of those for my manga collection, because I'm doing the biggest examples of, you want to take some notes down and see what it is about. And especially if you want to write it down for like a proper manga review as well. Hope subscribe for content. My anime planet link in the description down below. If you want to check out my anime planet, because I have a huge backlog of anime, the link to my anime planet will be in the description down below if you want to check it out at your leisure at this point. And also, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Let me know if you like as well. Be sure to smack the like button if you enjoy this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel as a newcomer. Smack the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for the latest updates, because I have been doing these kinds of videos because I want to do this video just so I could get feeling a little motivated as well. Sometimes I may do videos, but I haven't done one since yesterday, though. Well, that's basically how of all some sorts as well. Keep it otaku for this brand new manga update video, because I have been thinking of doing manga haul videos even if I'm all out of manga updates as well. This is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos.